much energy to the stage tonight. Eric Thomas. So, I know you're all excited to find out what happened when I talked to the gentleman that I mentioned earlier, who was not my boyfriend. We talked about it, and he said he'd be open to the idea. So I'd like to present him with this sign. I don't want to push things too much, but I mean, a simple, like, yes or no would be, oh my engaged! I'm gonna go ahead and put this on my Facebook. Real quick, you just talk amongst yourselves. Oh my God, my roommate is cheating at Quizlet right now. She's texting me the questions. Who wrote Alice in Wonderland? Lewis Carroll, though. Anyway, so to recap, in our first dramatic half, we had 5 lovely ladies tell stories. We had Abby talk about her experience trying to struggle, slouching toward graduation. We had Susanna talk about singing disasters and Beauty and the Beast. We had Megan talking about how difficulty putting things in her mouth. We had Emily tell a very embarrassing audition story, and finally Leah talked about the failures of a bicycle thief. I think that actually won an Academy Award. So we've got 5 more people coming up. Like Dan said, there's 20 storytellers. Let me just talk about this for a second. I forgot I was even wearing it. First of all, hosts should always have costume changes, is what I believe. Always. You know, like, I'm like Sarah Jessica Parker, actually. But I bought this shirt back before Justin Bieber existed. So, this refers to Justin Timberlake. But it's really awkward right now, actually. Because Justin Bieber is like a 15-year-old lesbian. And, I mean, you know, it's the age, really. That's all that gets me. I mean, it's awkward anyway. I wore this to Thanksgiving, and my mother was like, "What does that mean?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. I like music." You're crazy. Pass the peas. Pass them peas, Dan. Pass them peas. Next storyteller. Okay. Oh, we have. Oh, Thomas Cox.
I want to make sure you actually have my name on that.
Oh, I do.
Alright, I've never really talked in public. I don't even know if this is working correctly. And whenever I talk in public, even if it's in a classroom, I'm a social worker in the classroom, so I get a lot of that. My face tends to look like the color of this, so as soon as it does, don't worry, that's just normal for me. I'm not having a heart attack. So, my dating life sucks, and this past year I've been trying to actually go on dates with people and try and be out there, not just become like a serial monogamist as I have been, because that's not worked out otherwise. But the people I've found have not always been like the best. I've gone on OkCupid in order to find people. Does anyone know who OkCupid is? It's kind of hipsterish. Like, your jeans do need to be skinnier than mine in order to pass. And I found a lot of really good friends on there. Like, I found my best friend Chisholm, but when I took him to my sister's graduation party, he told my aunt said, "So, how did you find each other?" I go, did you go to school? And he goes, "No, we found each other on OkCupid. It's a website." And she looks at him like, "Gay whore." So, I went on this guy, I'll call him Eric, because he's an asshole, but that's not him. And I curse a lot, obviously. My face gets red, I'm very awkward. And the guy I went on a date with, Eric, he's very prim and proper and polished and went to a boarding school, and that's just the opposite of me. And he would always talk about how he's very educated and all his accomplishments in terms of writing and literacy and literature, and I just don't understand it. I work with kids who can't read, so it's not going to work. And he would talk, well, what's your favorite book? And I would say, oh, Lamb, the story of the Gospel according to Biff, Jesus' childhood pal. And he would say, oh, mine is, I don't know, Moby Dick or something important like that. I'm this bad that Moby Dick is what I think is great. So anyway, I mentioned that my greatest hate of all in terms of classic literature was The Awakening. I had to read that in AP English in high school. My AP English class was 40 kids who should not have been in AP English. Most of us could not write a sentence correctly, so I don't understand why we were there. Our district was strange. And I was forced to read The Awakening and write have an oral report. And of course, giving the oral reports, I can't really talk correctly, and I do tend to curse a lot. So my oral report was as such. I don't even know what the name of that bitch is, but she's just so fucking annoying. There's this lady that's like Sophia Petrillo, and she's supposed to be important to the plot, but not really. I don't even understand her. This woman, it's supposed to be post-feminist, but I don't understand how it's post-feminist. I think she's post-bitch. She does nothing right. Everything in the... I'm glad that she dies in the end. Oh, by the way, if you read The Awakening, she dies in the end. And it's supposed to be about her realizing that she can't beat fate, or that she's escaping the trials and tribulations and chains of womanhood. No! She's an asshole, and she's useless. She has talent, but she ignores it. She just makes me want to punch her in her vagina. And my teacher then looked at me and said, that was interesting. We'll talk after class. I passed. I explained this to the guy I was going on a date with, Eric, and he declared that that was totally inappropriate and totally wrong, and I had no idea what I was talking about. And I said, fine, sure, we can argue about this all day or whatever, all night. And then he grabs my hand and says, I could stare into your eyes all night. Let's go Dutch.
To help with your dating life, I got some action figures. While the judges are delivering, I want to clarify something. Although I did meet Thomas Hero on OkCupid, that story is not about me. So there we go. I just want to make sure. This is actually a list of people that I've met on OkCupid. There's a lot. They're all good guys, and I like them all. You know, Jake, holla, what's up, girl? But you know, like I said, I'm a married woman now. So what's going on? Oh, I forgot about him. He was adorable. Anyway, judges, how are we doing?